Mm.
My first question would be: after the unjustified killing of his friend Prince, Coates attends his funeral. He heard many people saying many things about them. I heard several people ask for forgiveness for the officer who shot Prince Jones down. Are we allowing ourselves to be controlled by our values or chains of Christianity into not fighting to protect ourselves from our oppressors? Should should we be fighting back? Have you ever lost anyone to racism or police violence? Is forgiveness really the best policy? Mom?
You want me to answer that first?
Yeah, take a crack at it.
Um, are we evaluating? Well, uh, you know, I don't know. When I see that question, the first thing that comes to mind is the forgiveness that was pouring out for Dylan Roof after he killed 9 people
An Emmanuel
at
Church.
Bible study
Right.
at Emmanuel AME Church in Charleston, South Carolina on June 17th. And that was really sickening to me. I do believe in forgiveness. I do think it's important that we be able to forgive, if only for the sake of our own mental health and being able to move on and let go of things.
Right.
But at the same time, it felt to me in that moment like the grieving families had not allowed themselves even a minute to grieve, even a minute to feel the anger and the sorrow and all the legitimate things that that would go along with an unexpected killing like that.
Right.
And so, to me, I felt like either their forgiveness wasn't genuine, or it was really a sign of not loving ourselves enough to allow ourselves to feel the pain or to feel whatever it is we're feeling. And then, after you feel that, after you go through the anguish of it all, then yes, it's important to me that you move on to the stage of forgiveness. But but I think it's wrong. I felt like that was wrong. So, they were coming from a Christian place. That's not, my understanding of what Christianity requires of us. But we all have our sort of own interpretations, I guess. So, yeah, that's part of what I'd say about that question. No, I don't think I have personally lost anyone to police violence that I know of. I certainly feel very connected to the things that happen generally in the Black community and feel feel affected by them. Like, I was really sickened, and I'm sure I'm going to bring it up again as we talk, but I was really sickened by that scene this week at Spring Valley where the Black teenager was thrown around like a rag doll. So, but no, personally, I don't think so.
Okay. You have any thoughts, Kim?
Well, I guess the one comment I wanted to make, just in terms of thinking about what Michelle is saying about the incident at the church, I just get the impression that we don't give ourselves the time, like you're saying, and I think there's a numbness that comes when these tragedies happen, and that you need to be off camera, and you need to kind of allow yourself the dignity of saying to the media, we're going to talk to you all in 2 weeks. we're planning and we're thinking.
Right.
We don't give ourselves that.
Right.
And I just felt like they didn't feel entitled. And when you look at all of these incidents, and they happen every couple of months, it just over and over and over again, it just feels like all of a sudden there was a camera in your face and you could not say, this person's speaking for the family and we have no comment.
Right. Well, for myself, I don't think there's anything wrong in saying that you don't forgive somebody in the face of your son being killed by somebody. Because why is it your responsibility to forgive somebody immediately who has definitely wronged you, who is taking something so precious from you? And why is it your responsibility to forgive that person under any circumstance? You don't owe that person anything. That person owes you all the missed moments that you have lost with that family member. That person owes you a lifetime of things that they can never return. And forgiveness for me is something that you should give, but somebody else should want. I mean, I'm not ready to forgive if you're not ready to receive. You know? If you don't understand the gravity of what you've done to me, how can you possibly be absolved of the crime? You can't. I mean, if I was to forgive, it would only be for my own not carrying a cross. But that still takes time to remove that from you. You can't just forgive somebody. Forgiving somebody without dealing with pain is not caring for the person who is gone, in my mind. You know, there is a spot in your mind for caring, for forgiveness, but you can never forget what was lost or what has been taken from us as a people. Yeah. You know, we have to remember that. You know,
okay.
No one has the right to do these things to us. And we can't behave like it is okay. What about you? Got any thoughts, Venita?
I don't know. I guess you might be talking to the wrong person when it comes to Christianity, and the motives for what Christians do. I've never claimed to be one, and I still don't. Going by the definition of Christian, I don't even think I'm worthy of trying to claim to be a Christian. However, black folks are used to forgiving since way back when. We forgave the master before he whipped us. We forgave the master while he was whipping us. We forgave the masters after he whipped us. We forgave the masters when he's thinking about the next whipping. We forget, you know. So to be quite honest, you're talking to the wrong girl.
I can understand that.
Because we are so used to forgiving. Because we had to use it. It was a tool for us to be able to survive, you see. That's what it was. Not that we actually forgave anybody for giving 50 lashes and take the skin off our backs. But we had to do that so we could survive. However, I want to say this too, and I don't want to offend any Christians.
Don't worry about that.
We're free to move about somewhat now. So now you have a choice. You don't have to pray before he hits you, the master hits you. You don't have to pray while he's hitting you. And your doggone sure have to pray afterwards. Because quite frankly, I have to take the skin off my back. If there was a prayer to be prayed, if there was something that was going to save me, it's too late now. So I don't understand the whole Christian thing where somebody slaughters your family and before the body's cold, you pray to ask the Lord to forgive him.
It's programming.
What you should be doing is praying and ask the Lord to restrain you. That's what prayer should be. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I have a problem with the whole forgiveness thing. That Christians are just holding on to too tight. You know, they really are. They're leaning on it too much. At some point, it's time for a little action. It's time for some action. And I'll forgive you as I am going to plan B. Okay.
Right.
So, I'm being honest, but I am the wrong girl when it comes to the whole Christianity thing here.
No, that's an acceptable answer, except for when Master brings his army in, you know.
Well, I don't know. I was fortunate enough to have two fabulous people in my life, which were my godparents.
Mm-hmm.
And that I am very thankful for.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being a little girl. My godparents told me that you can only kill but so many folk at one time. So if it's 100 of us, 90 of us may go down, but 10 of us will still be standing. So bring on the army.
Okay. But Master has more sophisticated weapons these days. Master has drones.
Then, Dean,
drone strikes.
it comes a time in anybody's life, if you really feel strongly about something,
yeah,
you have to stand for something or go for anything.
That's true.
I don't see the Jews out there doing that, worrying about what kind of weapons they have. No,
because Master don't kill other white folk.
No. That's wrong.
Huh? No. White people get killed. Don't let me interpret. White people get killed, but not on the scale that black people are being systematically targeted by.
That's all the reason why we have to stand for something or go down praying before we get extinguished, praying during the extinguishing, and praying afterwards. Okay, next.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.